Guys, John's Football Channel. This is your preview to Napoli versus Chelsea at the San Diego Maradona Stadium. Um, at Napoli, this is going to be a very interesting game. And Antonio Conte is back against us. I don't know how will he feel being back to a club who he actually, I think, in a sense, hated. Saying that he had to take them to lawyers and everything. That whole saga a long time ago. But yeah, this is gonna be Chelsea versus Napoli mainly. Um, I'm sure any other things will be put aside. So let's look at this game and see how can we analyze it and how will it unfold. Going into this game, we've heard that Cole Palmer actually there's talks in him leaving. I don't know why would he actually leave to Man United, but Ricino has squashed those reports and said that he is not going anywhere. Um, so we'll soon see whether that is actually the case and whether he actually does end up leaving in the summer. We all hope not, and we hope not. It's just publicity, and they want to create clickbait. I think we would all be gutted for Cole Palmer to leave. But yeah, I think we can only hope that's not the case. And we all know these owners we can't necessarily trust that they have the same mentality as us, the same understanding of how we want the game to be played. And we all know the club wants to make money. So saying this, we don't know how should we react to this news. Um, it's not like we can trust them to say no. Our owners wouldn't do something like this. I think this would be a turning point to most of the players or most of the fans that are still on the fence. Most of the people who are not sure whether to trust the owners or not. I think if Kopama leaves, it will definitely be a point where now everyone will be one side and say get these owners out. But yeah, you can only look at that in the future. Let's just go on with the preview. Let's take a look at the team league, the timeline. So currently, um, we are actually playing away from home. So let's get into this game. The team I would actually let's start with Rossini's team lineup. I think should start the same, basically the same team, close to what he did against Crystal Palace. I think Crystal Palace, same team. Let's have a look. So you would obviously have Sanchez in goal, Reece James as our right back, Chalobah, Balashil. I don't think we need to actually play him for this game. I don't know if Crystal how tall um that big players are, but I don't think we need Balashil necessarily for his height for this game. I could be wrong. But if we could easily go with uh, was this Chalobah and Fofana for this game. We saw him come on, so to an extent he should be somewhat fit to play a game. And then we play Cucurella as our left back, Caicedo, Santos as our CDM. I'm not sure if I don't think Palmer is fully fit to play this game. I think at least to start. I don't think he should start. I think he should come off the bench, if need be. So Caicedo, Santos in the CDMs, Enzo as a cam. I think we definitely need to play Esteval. We all know what Esteval has done recently, so I definitely need him to start. Play him on the right. You can also play. I don't know. I'm quite on the fence now with Neto. Do you think Neto needs a rest? For me, I think he does. I think Neto is more. Not to say there's anything wrong, but I think he's one-sided. I think, in a sense, I think Gittins or Garnacho, yes, they sometimes they do poorly than Neto, but I think sometimes they have a rare. Um, they're more creative sometimes. I think especially with Gittins. I don't know. Maybe I could be wrong, but I think if we have someone who's not predictable, I think it will definitely help us in terms of creating chances. But also another question is will our players capitulate. We don't want them capitulating against Napoli. We don't want them becoming scared and not actually doing their job. So saying this, I think we need to consider how who do we play and how do we play them. So maybe just because of the game, the result that we definitely need a win here. It's Napoli in order for us to ensure that we're in the top eight. I think we should actually go with Neto just for consistency and um, maybe more experience and know how to get the job done. So maybe we can go with him, and then definitely up front we need to go with the lab. The lab has played well recently, um, so I definitely would like to see him play. I think he knows how to hold the ball up. He knows how to bring the midfield up front. So I think we should go with him. Now going to our game, I think with Napoli. Let's have a look. I think with them, not many. When I look at Napoli's team, there's not many players who I can say are actually scary and actually worry me, unless I don't really know them very well. But I think Oiland, we all know from Man United. Um, I don't see him as much of a threat. Surely Chalobah and Fofana should be able to take care of him, keep him warm on next to them. And I think the only player I'm scared of necessarily, I know how good he is Scott McTominay. I think he has done well recently um, for Napoli. He has 4 goals, 0 assists, and in 7 matches, and one player man of the match in the Champions League, which is not the worst. That is nearly a goal nearly every game or every second game. So it's not that bad from Scott, and he has a good rating on on also the Champions League. He got nearly an 8 out of 10 performance. So I think he's quite decent and he's been doing quite well. Now saying this, it's this Chelsea currently in our games we can really see we have done actually been playing a lot better the last 5 games. I mean, just the other day we was trying to find wins in our team. Now we have 4 wins out of 5. Only game we lost was to Arsenal. And then compared to with Napoli have only won 1 game, drawn 3, and lost 1. They're also not doing very, very well. They're also trying to look for form and gain some, some points. So this could be a very good time to play them, or it be a very bad time. Because you know sometimes players play even harder, knowing that they need to get the job done because there's pressure on them and results haven't been going their way. Um, so if it's the other way around, you might become lazy, might become thinking that the game is wrapped and done before the game even starts, busy disrespecting the team that you have to play in front of you, and that's how you end up losing the game. I think in a sense we actually need to be careful of Napoli, to be focused, give them some respect, and say, okay, no, this is Napoli. We can't undermine their players and think that their players are nothing. We need to definitely give them some respect and say, okay, let me look out for this player. Let us communicate. Let's talk in the game. Let us analyze where the weaknesses are. Let us also think of different ways to attack. Let's not just cross the ball the whole time and expect for different results. And let's also be creative and think of different passing lines and how can we get the ball to our front players to actually create chances. I think I hope we do a better game than we did against the Palace. It sounds weird, but definitely, if you listen to my post review, I think we definitely had a poor game in terms of um, chances created on our own. I would say. I think we were very lucky in that game. The way the game went with the red card and the penalty to seal off our win. But it definitely wasn't that type of game where we won 3-0. Didn't play that well. Deserve a 3-0 against Crystal Palace. So saying this, we also need to be very humble and say, okay, we didn't do our best, but let's try to be a bit better going into this game. So let's have a look at the score. I'm gonna go with I think we should go with 2-1. I think both teams are gonna be scared not to make any mistakes and um jump the gun basically. So I think probably we will score first, or they will score, and then we'll come back and then score another. But I think we definitely need to score. Obviously, we need to score first so that we can at least have one foot forward. Maybe can and doubt can come in their minds and worry them of knowing that they might be out of the Champions League. We all know that we already qualified in a sense. We will just need to play another two extra games, which is not the best. So saying that, I think we definitely also know that we don't want to play those extra games. So we better know what we're fighting for and understand it and know how much work needs to be put in, especially in the Champions League. Anything can happen. So this is my preview, and peace.